Idamoo's personal video cloud enables any creative studio to author dynamic videos that are data-driven, meaning they change according to the data used to generate them. Regular videos are a one-size-fits-all solution, while other forms of communication have become more and more personalized and tailor-made. Videos made with Idamoo's personal video cloud are customizable and personalized. We believe that just as you don't tell everyone you meet the same story in the same way, videos should be the same, personal. How do we make these personal videos? First, instead of working on a linear video, you make a scene library, which contains the building blocks for creating many different dynamic videos according to your needs. Second, in each scene, you can have layers that change according to the data that's fed into them. These two options are the basis for these data-driven videos. I'm now going to show you how to make these scenes with their dynamic layers and how to build them into a storyboard that's ready to render many different personal videos. First, let's make the video building blocks. For that, we're using After Effects, on top of which we built our tools. Here I have some scenes for a chocolate video. The idea is that you buy someone a special box of chocolate, and with it they also get a video showing how you packaged your joint relationship into that box of chocolates. All these scenes together make up a lot of different chocolate gifting scenarios, each fitting a specific situation. The content of the scene, like the name on the door here or those pictures on the wall, are all placeholders for future data. After creating the animation for these scenes and following some guidelines, I select the layers I want to define as placeholders, and in the Idomoo Launchpad panel, I click Define. I define placeholder layers in other scenes as well. All these layers are now defined as placeholders. Now that I know which layers are placeholders, I have everything I need for this scene, so I can package it. Click Package, choose where to place the package and how to name it. Click OK, and we're off. All static elements are being rendered in After Effects, one by one. When that's done, the placeholder layers are converted to code, and everything is saved in our own IDM format. Looking at the folder where I saved the IDM, I can see the file I just created. Double-click it and Idamoo's Space Viewer loads. The Space Viewer is a previewing tool that can be used by artists to check their work. If something isn't working how you'd expect it to in the Space Viewer, you need to go back and fix it in After Effects and re-export. While playing the video, I can manipulate the various placeholders on the left here and see how the video will look like with other data. This is happening in real time. You can notice the enormous speed in which our engine renders the video with the new data. I'm happy with the result and I can move to the next stage. Opening a web browser, I navigate to the Idomoo Story Building suite. It is here I can take all of these scenes I made in After Effects and define what to do with them. First, I'll create a scene library to upload all the scenes to. You can see them uploading now. There are scenes available from Idomoo as well, which are generic in nature, and you can use them and customize them for a variety of uses. Once the scene library is ready, I click the plus button to create a new storyboard. The storyboard is where I define which scenes to use, what to call my data, and the logic for dynamically selecting the scenes based on the input parameter. I start to add scenes to the storyboard. I need all 5 of these. I essentially edited my video now. All videos generated now are going to have these scenes. I can create other storyboards that tell other stories using the same scenes, or I can create a more complex structure with this storyboard. For example, this scene here should only appear if a parameter called childPick exists. I select this scene and go to the Logic tab and define exactly that. I create a parameter called childPick and set exists. That's done. Looking inside each scene, I can see the various placeholder layers I created in After Effects with the content I had in After Effects there. I can choose to populate a placeholder with data here, and that data will remain the same for all videos. For example, the happy birthday greeting here. Alternatively, I can define a placeholder as a dynamic layer, ready to accept data. I just click this lock icon and create a parameter from which the data will be fed. audio is handled in two levels. First, I can add a music track that would run the length of the video. I do that here, in the top right corner. Choose an audio track and that's set. I can also add more audio, either static audio that doesn't change, or dynamic audio that will change according to data. I do that per scene by clicking Add Audio. It works much in the same way as the visual placeholder I showed before. Clicking Preview shows me the current setup. Of course, I need to feed in the data for this specific preview, which I do now. Click here and this specific video is being rendered. It's very fast and I can start viewing it right now. I'm happy with my results and so my storyboard is ready to generate as many videos as I need. There are two ways to generate videos from a storyboard. The first is using Idamoo's API. Just send the correct JSON request that initiates the creation of a video and get a video URL back. Each API call generates a single video. You can find out how in our academy at academy.idomoo.com. The second method is by using a CSV file to create a batch render of several videos. Call your batch by a name and choose from which storyboard to create your batch. Once you have done that, you can download the CSV file, which includes all the columns needed to generate videos. Opening the CSV file in a spreadsheet application, I can see the columns have the names of the parameters I defined in the StoryBuilder. To initiate a batch, I need to upload this same CSV, but filled. Each row is a video. I quickly filled 10 rows here. I save the CSV again as a CSV file. Back in the story building suite, I click the Upload CSV button, navigate to the CSV, and double-click it. Once the upload is finished, I click OK, and I'm directed to the History page, where I can see all my previous renders, including this one. There are 10 videos to render, and they're already rendering successfully. Once the render is done, I can download a similar CSV file called a PURL file, or a personal URL file, where I have the list of URLs for all the final video files generated. To conclude, making personal videos is a simple matter that usually starts with animation done in After Effects, where you can define placeholders and package scenes as IDM files. You can check the IDM files in the Space Viewer and make any necessary changes back in After Effects. Once you are happy with the IDM files, you can upload them to a scene library. You define your video as a storyboard, where you can define logic for when to show a scene and how to use the placeholders created in After Effects. It is here that you can also add audio tracks. Finally, use the Generate Videos page to do just that. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. For any further questions, please go to idomoo.com.